AST SpaceMobile has chosen Blue Origin's New Glenn rocket for a multi-launch agreement to send its next-gen Block 2 BlueBird satellites into low Earth orbit. The satellites are aiming to build the first space-based cellular broadband network, allowing smartphones to switch seamlessly between terrestrial and satellite signals, which I know that there's functionality headed that direction, but this is kind of cool. And then, of course, New Glenn's 7-meter fairing can carry twice the payload of most commercial systems, which makes it perfect for deploying these multiple satellites in a single launch. Their first stage is reusable for at least 25 missions. New Glenn's first stage, powered by 7 BE-4 engines. I know they're working through the testing on it.
Here you're really talking about like two projects, kind of. I mean, you've got one that's the rocket with that first stage that's designed for at least 25 missions, that was powered by liquefied natural gas and that huge payload. I mean, that's really cool. But the other project here is using that rocket, right, to launch the satellites to create the first and only that I know of space-based cellular broadband network designed for commercial and government applications. With that seamless switching between between the terrestrial cell towers and those satellites, which I think is really cool. So for that, I mean, this idea is cool, but I think the hurdles of figuring out how to do that seamless integration between orbiting satellites and terrestrial towers while maintaining the broadband speeds, that sounds like the challenge here.
Science, technology is trumped, in my opinion, by politics on this one. Forgive the pun.
Well done. Well done. Yeah, I'm proud.
I think, Brian, you're overthinking this integration piece, honestly. The real challenge here isn't the satellites or the rockets. It's actually the cell phone companies working together, seamlessly switching or swatching, depends on what you've been drinking today. Only if they stop fighting over who owns the signal will it be seamless. The arguments over roaming charges coming in, the whole system is just going to fall apart, and over whose logo shows up on the bars, in my opinion. Politics.
Andrew, I still think it's integration, because that seamless switching is from just the technology of getting the switch from the mobile tower to the satellite without anything changing on the user end from what they're realizing. I still think that technical challenge, even if it's done all within the same network, before you even start talking with playing nicely with other companies, I think that's the first thing to look at, is making sure that works correctly. And then these mobile tower squabbles on the terrestrial side, if the tech works correctly, I think you might find folks wanting to play nice to use it, because then they can claim they've got more coverage everywhere.
Yeah, fair point. But at least satellites ain't going to get stuck in rush hour. I'd still put my money on telecom execs derailing this faster than a bad GPS signal in a canyon. Look, the tech hurdles are pretty tough. There's no doubt about it. But agreements between the providers are the real wild card on this one. So seamlessly switching, it's not just engineering. It's really corporate diplomacy. It's corporate politics that's in play, I think, on this one.
Well, signal aligning is important, and we've learned this from ET, from Ghostbusters. Wait, no, that was about the signals not crossing. But anyway, for me, the way to ensure that all of this compatibility and seamless integration between the signals, between space and Earth, and between companies goes back to having a correct set of requirements nailed down for this integration between them. So with that in mind, what's your solution?
Supply chain. It kind of takes care of both your techie integration stuff and making sure everybody's linked up. So I'm going in with supply chain management integration. It's about building a supply chain that's going to coordinate across space and Earth. Seamless integration starts by linking up your manufacturing, your launch schedules, and operations into a unified thread. And then supply chain management integration is going to tie all of those moving parts together, literally. So that's the solution. And I'm not even going to mention AI, because you upset me on the last one.